spitting shit out. Oh my
The
god.
fuck? What you got in that cup, Playboy?
This some
Crown.
Terrell had brought,
Oh
and
god.
then and
Ugh.
some ginger ale.
What you got, B?
Something Terrell brought. I don't know. Shit, some cheap
You know,
ass.
ginger ale don't go with everything, does it?
Y'all got me running red light.
No, ginger ale. Yeah, ginger ale for a drink. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a nice ginger ale. Put it in a drink.
Word.
Yeah, yeah.
Tequila too?
Hell yeah.
You don't know, nigga. You just put ginger ale in this shit and drink
Well,
it.
it worked for me. Okay.
You like how it tastes?
Yeah.
Yo, Poop, get your ass
That's
home.
all that matters.
I'm almost there. Like I ran 2 red lights. Y'all not about to have me out here getting
Oh,
tickets.
I stay running red lights.
We know.
Yeah.
We know.
Yo, bro, come on.
Bruh.
We know.
Not anymore.
I just caught that.
We know.
Hey, Eddie, don't encourage her, man.
Listen, it's gonna be a live show because I had all the old fashioned. So I'm
Where?
talking all the time.
And then Adrian drinking Paul Masson. Your shit about to be lit.
It's definitely Cavassier.
All
All
right.
right. We here. DJ Hampton Stampede, we in the
All
building.
right, I'm in the driveway.
All right, man. Park, make sure you put your kickstand down too. This shit to fall over. Hey, B, we see you, man. Congratulations, man. So you got honors and all that?
Yes, sir.
How
Wow.
abundant, nigga. We proud of you, man. What's your degree in?
Criminal justice.
Okay. I see you.
You
Hey,
get
man.
your tongue out.
All jokes aside, man, we definitely proud of you, man.
Definitely.
Adrian, what's shaking, Adrian? How you?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm chilling, bro. Chilling.
Indeed. Eddie, what up?
Chilling, man. Can't complain. I had to
Indeed.
pay for a date I wasn't too fond of, but
Man, I'm good, man. I'm chilling, bro. Chilling.
Eddie, what up? Hey, if you watching it, you can't watch it and be on at the same time. All right. Q, what's going on?
Ain't shit.
Everything golden?
Everything golden.
That cheap
Including
ass
my
mic still
Bacardi.
working?
Huh?
You doing your own party?
No, I said everything golden, including my Bacardi. I got Bacardi Gold.
Oh,
Oh.
hell no.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, bro. If you have to bend your back to get it, it ain't worth drinking.
What?
You had to lean down. That's down a little bit. It got dust on it, shit like that. You can't drink that. You got one liver, bro.
My grandma used Bacardi for spells. So I don't know how. I don't know what type of mood you in, but
I know you know a few spells. Alex, how you doing, man?
I'm all right.
I see the brown chair popping. Okay, when the fuck you gonna get another chair, yo?
Yo, relax. I told you we don't have any furniture, really.
How much construction are they doing at this goddamn? Y'all in the cave?
I told you we are doing like the whole house. We can officially move into our.
Where your husband at? Yo,
He's not here at the moment.
Golly, man, put him on camera when he get back. Hey, let's welcome Carrie to the show.
Hey y'all.
She's a special guest. Hey, Carrie, what show were you on just recently?
Oh God, are we gonna talk about that? Ready to Love.
Oh God, he ain't coming. Which one?
Ready to Love.
Ready to Love DC, right?
Yes.
So we have an official celebrity. This nigga been
Not a
throwing
celebrity.
parties. Yeah,
No.
me in DC.
Regular schmegular.
She been throwing parties all around DC for the last 6 months, man. Shout out to her. Yeah, man. This might be risky. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. We here. All right. So Poop will be back in just a second. She's just getting out the car. Apparently, she'll be joining us pretty soon. So I had to get some understanding with this shit because I want to see the accountability after I put this picture up.
oh God.
Dr. Lafredo, who treated Megan Thee Stallion, confirmed her foot was wounded due to her stepping on glass.
Wow. Bruh. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
Ladies, What y'all gonna do about this?
He probably might have could have got paid off to say that.
Right.
Y'all fucking. Did somebody say right?
I just feel like they need to stop talking about it. I feel like they're gonna mess around and get
No. That's bull. Tell me something. Tell me what you supposed to say about this. If this was a nigga doing this to a woman.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out why she would lie about getting shot in her feet.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, why would she lie about that?
Of all things.
Why would she lie about it?
Okay, hey, do me a favor, Carrie, Alex, mute your fucking mic. Hey, Q.
That's good. Let's go, Q.
Does this get her canceled?
Canceled? No, I don't think canceled, but that's definitely some. No, that. Let me land him. Let me land.
Okay. My bad.
That's definitely some bum shit. Like, who's out here lying? I mean, is that for clout? What is her purpose for it?
Right.
Alex, you've been saying right to everything, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, because what I'm saying is, it's just like it doesn't sound right. Because when she was doing her interview and all the other quote unquote reports and documents that came out, it was saying that it was confirmed that she had bullet fragments in her ankle or foot. But now the doctor said provider is coming out saying that it was glass. So which is it? Was it both? Was it one or the other? Like I'm tired of this story.
It's giving toxic is what it's giving.
A lot.
I mean, the story is chopped up, but we don't know if she got shot or not. I mean, who is this doctor? We need to know his credentials. But when she did her interview, she does sound like she's not telling the full story. It's a little choppy. It's a little awkward. But I don't know why she would full-fledged lie about not being shot in the foot. Like, he probably did shoot towards her feet, but maybe what caused her to bleed was not necessarily a bullet.
Wow.
What?
Man,
why is that not believable?
Y'all really think he shot her?
I don't think he did not shoot towards her feet. I don't know if he tried to shoot her, but he might have been shooting towards her. I just don't know why she would make that up.
Right.
But he didn't
dance, bitch.
He wasn't found to have residue on him, though.
And didn't other people come out and say that they were there and they saw that? Didn't her friend confirm it?
I don't think so.
I think her friend did.
She got hurt though, because when they showed the aerial footage and she was moving around or whatever the case was, like you see the blood, like, or something liquid is on the ground, like trailing behind her.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely think her and Tori had sex. I know when she tried to say we didn't.
I absolutely agree with that.
She's fucking lying.
Yeah, they definitely.
Has anybody stepped on glass before?
Yes.
What happens when you walk and you don't have a Band-Aid on? Do you leave a trail of blood or no?
It might not be gushing blood. It might not be the glass is.
DJ. I'm getting all the fucking. Come on, man.
Crazy.
Adrian, don't do that. Don't do that.
Adrian. Please let me know what should happen to Megan if she lied on this man like this.
Yo, that's put her in the bath. Put him in the bath.
Put him in the fucking bathroom. Get him out.
Y'all literally sat here and made up every excuse of what it could be. When if this was remotely different or the roles was reversed, it wouldn't be no possibilities of nothing. This man had to deal with severe consequences due to her lying on him if the doctor's story is true. And nobody has an issue with that. Y'all only thing is trying to make an excuse of what maybe he was shooting at the ground. Like, it's amazing how she just automatically gets the benefit.
No.
Hold on. Let me land. How this woman gets the benefit of the doubt. I'm not even mad at that piece, but I'm just mad at how y'all treat us so different, yo. Like, look at Johnny Depp. So different when he gets an accusation. Before the facts are here, this man missed out on millions of dollars in bread, right? But now that the roles are reversed, maybe it was something else. That's easy.
But he apologized to her. What did he apologize to her for then? If he did not shoot at her and nothing, he was innocent, then why did he apologize?
Trying to get her to stop lying on him. He trying to be nice, but hopefully she tell the truth. That's what I would do.
No sense.
You know what I'm saying? He's trying to do whatever he can.
Didn't do anything. If you didn't do nothing, what are you apologizing for?
Regardless, answer me this. Did she, if the doctor is true, did she lie? Yes or no? Regardless if she did something else, he didn't shoot her. Say he did what he did.
Know
He got
more details of this doctor. We're
So
just
to
going
answer
off
your
of
question,
one little
Adrian,
statement.
to answer your question, Adrian, what I'm saying is be clear. We don't know. I don't know what happened. Do I think she got shot? I do. However, if it does come out that she was lying, I do think she needs all that smoke. She needs to be sued, jail time, whatever the case is. She has to get that same energy back.
Yeah,
because that man did lose out on money. He was, bashed by everyone. People were pulling out of projects with him and everything like that. I do feel like the same energy needs to be given towards her. But my thing is that they both need to just shut up about it. Because now they're creating room in different spaces for the public opinion to come into play, and we don't even know the details. Just if you didn't shoot her, let it come out in court.
How did you all? Do you see what Alex just did there? B?
What did I just do?
She put the blame on both of them. Somehow Tori has to turn the other cheek some more all of a sudden. B, explain why that happened.
I never said that. I never said that.
You said they both need to shut up, right? Why did he need to shut up?
They both need to. Y'all going to court. Just shut up.
Well, I feel like if it would be hard for him to shut up if he's been accused of it and he didn't do it and he was accused of it. So in that case, him shutting up would kind of be, I mean, that would be like.
But the thing though, none of them are actually saying what happened. If you didn't shoot her, Tori, then what exactly happened that night?
Right. No one's telling the full story.
Why would he have to explain himself about what happened if he didn't do it?
So if you're not going to explain yourself, why even talk?
You said what?
If you're not going to explain and just say what happened, why even talk? You're creating more opportunity for people to have this theory of what happened. If you did not shoot her, then say what happened.
But to his defense, though, it could be that it's a convoluted situation. You know what I'm saying? So where if he starts to explain one part, it complicates it. It makes it seem as though more is going on, and it doesn't justify him at all. So he has to be discreet.
So it's none of the above. There's a gag order on Tori, so he can't speak on it whether or not he wants to, right?
Or that.
I had mentioned earlier that there was absolutely, and these are court documents. It's not me, my opinion. These are court documents. There was absolutely no gun residue with his prints on the gun in any way, shape, or form, right? She said the man who was about 5'2", 5'3", was on top of the car, shooting down at the car from the window. That was not the case, right? Because we know that when she got on with Gayle King, she was changing up the story. What's also not described, right, and this is just from the couple of music exec friends that I have, is that he was smashing her and her friend, right? Which she tried to deny, like she never heard the words, were you intimate with him when Gayle King asked, and she was just like, you mean sex? I'm like, yes, Megan. Like, that's all you talk about is sex. You know what the hell Gayle was talking about, right? So there's that, right? So he can't defend himself. He can't speak on it publicly, but she can go on a world tour doing all these major interviews, and we only get her side of it. Now this man has lost millions, right? And I'm not saying Tori is the picture of health. Like, he might be a dirtbag, right? A 5'2" dirtbag, great, whatever. But the man is talented, and he had his thing going on with his career. But we've traditionally seen this where men get pure, unadulterated, no evidence, hell, based on accusations, and women just get flowers and candy, even if they are wrong. And, you exemplified it somewhat. I'm sure y'all not trying to, but y'all doing it anyway. It's just like, oh, both of them got to be quiet. Or, why would she do that or question it? She's a bum. There's no other reason to look at it otherwise than she's a liar. She's a habitual liar, and she's a bum. We also got to consider that other major names have started to unfollow her on social media because they got credit worthiness in terms of like the information that they're getting about her, and they're not messing with her no more.
So listen, Eddie, should the ladies be canceling her or what?
Immediately, if this was the guy that did that shit, it would be immediate. Like Essence Magazine will put out a think piece. It'll be some shit like, oh, why can't our brothers get it right? Yada, yada, yada. It'll be all over Twitter. That man will be destroyed. We saw what we did to Cosby, right? It was absolutely no frills, whatever. The man turned out to be innocent, but it's still, his world is damaged. He's freaking blind now, like whatever, right? And I just, again, I'm not defending Cosby. He might be a piece of shit. But in terms of the accusations and all the other shit and the media involvement and how much, this is black people, right? How much we go hard on like throwing our own people under the bus. It's just like, God damn. But the dichotomy between men and women, like shit, like women get all the grace.
Yeah.
But don't let it be a man. Y'all gonna throw us straight into jail and it's just like shit.
Yeah. So let me ask the question. Carrie. Hold on, God damn it. Fuck that. Carrie.
What? What?
Are we canceling Megan or what? If all this is true and it turns out that she lied on that man to this extent.
Oh, if all of it is true, yes, she should be canceled. And charges should be made to her. Yes, absolutely should be. Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Alex. You on mute, girl.
You're on mute.
Yeah, she should be canceled. Absolutely.
But you're a windshield wiper anyway. You gonna go with wherever the most rain is.
There you go.
Should she be canceled?
We're not realistically. We shouldn't be canceling nobody, but in the spirit of cancel culture, I would say yes. Just keep it fair.
Keep it a bean, right? All right, man. Yeah, man. I don't want to really spend too much time on her. But I'm just appalled, man. Like Kevin Samuels was telling the truth. He got canceled after he died.
After he died.
Then she lying on a nigga to this extent, and everything's everything. Even when Cardi was getting niggas drugged and robbed, everything was still everything. This shit is weird, man. Interesting. Listen, man, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. We got links in the description for the podcast on Apple, Anchor, Spotify. We got merch and all that. It's also in the description. Make sure you share it and like it right now. It helps the channel. All right. So we was in our group talking about, what should we discuss? So I don't know who brought this up, but I'm going to take credit for it. Red flags. So what are some of the red flags in dating and relationships?
Ooh-wee.
Mm-hmm. So you got a list? So I got a little list. I'm going to scroll it under the bottom. But let's start with this one. Is this a red flag if a man has multiple baby moms?
Yes.
Is that a red flag?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Let me see. Eeny, meeny, miny. Alex.
It is a red flag. Don't talk to me.
Why?
Because it's too much. To me, when I look at that, I see there's a pattern, something that you haven't learned from, and I also don't want to have to continuously deal with the two other women in your life.
Okay.
That drama, that's money coming out of our house. No.
Okay. So yes, that's a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're saying so what if he didn't take care of them kids and there was no money coming out of the house? You be cool?
No. That's another red flag. Should you have other children, I want to make sure that you have a relationship with them. Is it healthy? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? And if you're not, we can't be together.
Oh, you saying you good with the baby moms? It just can't be plural?
Okay. He can have one. For me, he can have one, but more than one, no.
Okay.
And if he does have one, I need to know, and I want to make sure that he is taking care of those children, that the relationship is healthy.
Okay. Carrie, can he have one but multiple kids or none at all?
One baby mama with multiple kids?
Mm-hmm.
There's a few factors. I need to know what their age is, and
2 and 3.
2 and 3 years old? No.
Mm-hmm. 12 and 13.
Maybe. And if it's one baby mama.
Okay. So you're saying no little kids.
Yeah, I don't really want to deal with. I feel like that it's not that I don't want to deal with their child. I just feel like that's going to take a lot of the time away of us dating, especially if I don't have any little children. Yeah, and multiple baby mamas that's a hard no.
Okay. Adrian, should that be a red flag for men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I think of red flag, I don't mean is not go forward. It's like stop and assess, right? So then you got to look at that person's thought patterns, decision making, how they interact with their kids, how they interact from the woman's perspective. You know, she got to look at how he interacts with the moms. How often is he spending time? That is definitely a hey, hold on, stop, wait. And I know because I got multiple kids, multiple moms. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. And then, yeah, so I get it. So you definitely got to stop and assess, yo.
Eddie, should that be a red flag if men have multiple baby moms?
I'm single, by the way, and I'm ready to love. In terms of, I would say so. Yeah. Like on the flip, as a man, like it's already tough, and I know there's a stigma behind it, but it's already tough dating a single mom, right? Because you got to deal with the dad, you got to deal with the kid, you know, and all the things that come with, you know, the mother-child relationship. Have I dated single moms? Absolutely, right? I don't see nothing wrong with that, but I also consider I haven't been serious with single moms just because there's a huge investment. Like, you know, at some point she wants to introduce you to the child. You're going to be some sort of a father figure, whether you want to or not, right? And it's just like you want to be able to make sure that if you make that investment, that you're serious about it. So.
Yeah. Okay. So Q, single moms, that's a red flag.
It depends on the situation. I wouldn't necessarily say a single mom is a red flag if she only has one child or maybe two children. But she's raising them on her own. Like, I don't see where the red flag would be there.
Okay. What if the dad's a weekend dad?
I still don't see that as a red flag. Not for the sake of the relationship.
Okay. So if you met a chick and she had two babies, single mom, what if they had two different fathers?
That's a different situation. So in a sense, it could be considered a red flag. But to Eddie's, the point that he made where it was like investing, then you got to consider all things as to whether or not you want to take that step and invest in that particular relationship.
Yeah. Okay. B, you dating women with kids or no?
Nope. Me personally, if a woman has a kid, I'm just not going to entertain her. I'm going to give her the time of day. When I came to that realization that I wouldn't date women with kids, one thing that I had to conclude is that my pool of women would lessen because I forgot the exact percentage. Nonetheless, there are majority of women have kids. However, I'm content with that. Like, I'm content with my pool being lessened with women. I'm content with that. Simply put, I say to men and to women, if this is what I tell men, let Pookie and Ray Ray deal with their issues. If Pookie and Ray Ray chose to shoot up the club, let Pookie and Ray Ray deal with their kids. But what if Pookie and Ray Ray died? Then let that lady deal with her issues. Let her figure it out on her own. Let her deal with her pissy bastard kids. You just stay out of it. If a woman got kids, I run. It's just not for me. I've been in that situation before. And for the sake of time, I won't share. And I won't talk about my experience with it. But nonetheless, it's never worked out. I say let Pookie and Ray Ray deal with their issues. Just stay out of it. No.
B, I thought you said you was gonna put it simply.
That is simply.
This
let
is
Pookie
crazy.
and Ray Ray deal with their issues.
What you think? What you think, Poop?
I didn't hear the question because I was off, but it sounds like about what is it about single mom? Like I joined the link.
Single mom, single or dad. So a man had multiple baby moms, and then we kind of positioned the question to the guys about a woman with kids, or if the kids got more than one dad.
So a woman with kids, is that black?
Huh?
You're saying is a woman with kids a red flag?
Yeah.
As a woman with kids, I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on the person.
But that's because you have kids.
Listening
Yeah, exactly.
to podcasts. So listening to podcasts as a woman with kids, like if I were to listen with podcasts, I would never date, right? Because I would automatically assume that I'm automatically off the table because I have 3 kids, right? I have 3 kids. I have 3 and a possible, right? So I would automatically assume as a woman with 3 and a possible, I'm off the table. It's never been an issue for me. Ever.
Do you hide the kids?
Huh?
When do you let them know about the kids?
Second date.
You already got the keys on the first date. See, you told on yourself.
I mean, you know.
How old is he though?
Huh? I'm 39. I'm 39.
No, how old is boy?
43.
He probably.
But it's never like. It's never been like if I would have listened to podcasts and to single women that have been single majority of their life, I would have thought like I've never stood a chance as a woman that had these kids. Like that's not true. Niggas date women with kids. They buy snacks and all that. I don't know what y'all talk about.
I haven't bought snacks, but she's been the snack.
Niggas date women with kids.
Well,
I don't know where y'all
Poop,
got this from.
Let me ask you a question though, Poop. Are they dating them and fucking them, or are they actually marrying them?
Listen. I'm not talking about Netflix and chill. I'm talking about dating.
Well, no, well. I mean, but what's the? Because I think niggas will have sex. Niggas will go out on dates. Niggas might even make you a girlfriend for the time being. But are they marrying these women with kids?
You just a temporary fuck.
I was engaged too. I mean, I was asked to be married 2 years ago at a DMX concert on stage with mad kids.
What happened?
He was a cop.
That was
Wow.
See, that's
he was
fake.
a cop. You know what I mean? So I can't really date the pigs.
Look, this is the problem, right? So Poop can't really answer because she has kids. You see Shanae saying this, right? Adrian answered the question truthfully, even though he's in that situation.
I'm a woman. I can't speak for men. I'm saying as a woman with kids in my scenario, that's never been an issue.
But
it's never. I can't say for everyone. I can't speak for everyone. I could only speak for myself. As a woman that got a gang of fucking kids, these niggas be pulling up.
But it goes back to
with the bags. I don't know what y'all be on.
But it all goes back to him. See, this is that let's dance around the bullshit. All right. At the end of the day, it goes back to what Hamp says. Okay. I'm the type of man, you got a woman, you got kids, and I'm not saying this applies to you, Sam, but a woman has kids, I would fuck her, yes. I would go to her house.
I think it also depends on the woman. Like if they're needy, it also depends on if they're needy.
You ain't answered
if they're looking for somebody to take care of them and their children. Like I think that probably plays a factor into it as well. I don't know. I'm not a guy.
The question I have, why would you not tell a man on the first date you have kids? Why would you not wait? Why would you wait until the second date?
What do you mean? Like if y'all just hanging out?
If it's a first date, see now you're dancing around it now. You said you would wait until the second date. If y'all went out on date one, see, this is that bullshit these women like to play. That's that bullshit. All right. This is that let's not be directed for, but let's use a man for a date type of bullshit. And then I'll see what I want to get on.
Be that you know that I ain't on that type of
why would you not wait? What see now you're deceiving and leading the man on. Why can that not be explained on date one?
You know, B don't like that shit, man.
So you think all right, so you think date one, if I don't disclose that, so date two, you so invested that you can't leave?
But why
What
would
do you
that?
mean?
But don't you? But why would that not be why would that not be told on date one?
Because on date one, you're just getting to know each other. You don't have.
And I need to know if you got kids.
If it wasn't a question, now if it was a question that was asked on date one, then yes, you disclose that information. But if it's not,
so don't disclose it. Don't disclose only if asked. Okay.
Right,
So
exactly.
Bullshit that I'm talking about. This is why I don't date, because of bullshit like that. Man, listen, to all the people out there watching and all my black brothers who's going to be watching in the future, listen, let Pookie and Rary, who shot at the club, let them deal
We're
with
not
their
letting
issues.
anybody shoot up the club though, B. What are you
Well,
talking about?
if y'all listen, at the end of the day, y'all open up y'all legs and y'all let Ray
No,
and
that's
Pookie
not
shoot up the club, then it don't work out. Y'all want someone to come along and take care of y'all bastard pissy kids. That ain't how it works.
They got dads though.
hold on.
No, first of all, women that have money.
R.I.P. Kevin
First
Samuels.
of all, the kids have dads. We're not looking for the kids to get new dads. The moms are looking for dads. Like the kids, like no.
That's crazy, man.
The moms are looking for dads. Like they not.
Remember that, Hamp. The moms are looking for dads.
The moms are looking for daddies, not the kids. They already got daddies.
The moms are looking for dads.
The moms are looking for daddies, not the kids. They already got dads.
Yeah, like Hamp said, maybe a damn weekend, Dad. Man, let Ray and Pookie deal with their damn.
Yeah, man.
But hold on. Because I will say this too. Like, it's a lot of benefits to dating some women with kids, because oftentimes they're a lot more patient. They're a lot more understanding. They understand if you got kids. Like, I prefer to date a woman with kids than without kids. Part of it because of just the overall understanding. They're going to respect whatever it is I'm trying to do, while still being loving and understanding and things like that. So I probably will never date a woman without kids.
However,
Adrian,
you have kids, so your mindset is going
You
to
already
be
have
a little
children.
different.
You're meeting her at a level playing field.
A single bachelor like myself, a woman with two or three kids.
But even before I had kids, a lot of qualities that I look for in a woman, I only find in majority women with children. Like single women, those are the ones who most likely gonna want to party because they look good and do all of this other stuff and use you for the bread. Like you talk about all the women you meet, those are all women without kids too, B.
And
that's
also,
so all of these bad experiences, they're all women without children. That's all I'm saying.
I don't agree. I don't agree. I think it's based on the woman, the experience, and what type of woman she is. I don't think you have to have kids in order to have those characteristics or those qualities. I think that it's based on maturity. Now, if you're dating 20-something-year-old girls or immature women who don't have a lot of experience, they want to be city chicks and they're looking for somebody to take care of them or whatever, then yeah, you'll probably run into someone like that. But I'm 38, like I'm not in this, I do go out and stuff, but as far as when I'm dating, if I'm seriously dating someone, I do have some wifey type of benefits.
Decorum.
I do. It's not because I have children, it's just the type of woman I am. And I do understand what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you, because I do hear a lot of men say when they date a woman with children, she's more open to, sharing, she's more catering, she's all those things. And but also when I date a man with kids, he's also more mature when it comes to that, as far as being more responsible and being able to do certain things that men who don't have children do. Because men who don't have kids, it's a little bit of a different mindset. But I think with women, particularly because of the way we mature and the way that we are, I don't think it has to do with children or not having kids.
But I'm basing mine off of two people's experience. B on 0400 because he only dates women without kids, and then he ain't find it. And then me, based on my experience, because I used to be out here in terms of number-wise. All the way. That's how I got so many kids and many baby moms.
Wait, how many kids do you have?
Out here. Hey, listen, that's not to be. You know what I'm saying? I probably got like 5.5, something like that.
5 and impossible.
I got 5 impossible.
How many baby mamas? How many baby mamas?
Two.
You gotta say
Yeah,
How many baby
I'm still trying to get some clarity on this last one.
Oh
I'm trying to get some
Okay,
clarity on the last one. So I got 3 in the possible.
Oh shit!
I got
You said
3 in the possible.
Three.
3 in the
So you
possible.
might have 4 baby mamas.
No, it'll be 3. Right now I have 2.
2 and another possible baby mama. Okay.
Right, but
I
I'm
like
still
my
the goat.
I like my wounds unpunctured.
But like I said, based on my experience from when I had none to when I had 1 to when I had 2, 3 and a possible, it's still nothing for me to get a woman anywhere, single or not. And the ones that I've dealt with, I greatly prefer a woman. Well, the percentage is higher that I get a woman for the things that are important to me. A woman who's going to be submissive, a woman who's going to be caring, a woman who's not going to be judgmental, a woman who's going to be okay right where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to push me to keep going further and further. I find way more of those are women who have children.
Because y'all both have kids.
Yeah.
Of course, a woman who don't have kids. So my 0 to your like 5.5. To me, that would be a red flag for me personally because I don't have any children. So it's like, I am single, but I've been married.
Because you won't date a man with kids. Get a
man
with kids, yo.
I've dated a man with kids. I've dated a man with kids. I'm not dating a man with a lot of kids and multiple baby mamas. Because this is what I
don't want to daycare center
stuff together.
And this is my perspective of it.
She don't want to preschool.
If you pass away and I have my 1 child, that life insurance is spread thin. You know, and all these things, everything is spread thin. You know, as far as taking care of us and my kids and take care, it's spread thin because we got to take care of all these other children. So that really, it's not that I'm judging you and like, oh yeah, no. I'm thinking about like in the future if anything happens to you or you know what I want to deal with during the holidays, you know, college and all these things. Our finances would be stretched thin unless. You know, because each child is like what $1 million per child. They're expensive.
No, I agree with you. I definitely think preference and alignment matters. So I know I'm biased because you know what I'm saying. So I was just picking with you. It was your first time up here. I had to.
Oh, it's fine. I can take it.
Yeah, I think it's the obvious. I think it's only a red flag when you know you're single and you're dating someone with children with multiple baby fathers or multiple baby mothers. But aside from that, you know, I agree with Adrian. If you have children, it works for you.
Yeah. Interesting. Listen, fuck them kids, man. I'm not. When I was outside, I was not dating a woman with kids. Period.
Really?
Fuck that, bro. I'm not taking care of nobody else's kids. She done manifested another nigga in her womb. Hell nah.
First of all, you don't.
Nope.
Never mind.
I agree with him. And if I could have did differently, I actually would never mess with a woman with kids. I say let them deal with their own issues. You a single man, find you one with no kids, and I say build from there. Again, it's just my opinion. I mean, who am I? It's just my opinion.
Yeah,
but
no doubt.
Let Ricky, let
Pookie and Ray Ray.
Oh yeah, Pookie and Ray. That's it. Yeah. Let Pookie and Ray Ray. They shot up the club. Let them deal with their own issues.
Indeed. All right. What if a man or a woman has too many friends of the opposite sex? Is that a red flag?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Eddie.
I'll say this. I think we all have friends of the opposite sex, right? In a healthy, platonic, that line has never been crossed position, right? But I think the excess of it, right? Like, and the men will agree on this. Like, whenever a chick tells you, "Oh, that's just my friend," it's just all right, you let that one rock. But if you introduce me to like 6, 7, 10 niggas and they all your friends, it's just like, okay. Clearly, there's a Pornhub video somewhere where all of y'all are just being friendly. Oh, that's my brother. That's my cousin. Like, you ain't got that much family. Come on, man. Come on.
That much family.
You ain't got that much family. You don't. Like, come on, man. Like, all these niggas ain't your brother. Like, if your mother didn't give birth to this nigga, that nigga's not your brother. Okay, that is a friend. And if they're not a platonic friend, particularly if we're talking, it kind of comes off a little disrespectful, right? It's just like, all right, like, are you giving me this energy or your brother, right? And if your brother, you know, all right, did all that with you, it's just like, all right. I'm not down with the incest, so y'all do y'all thing.
So, and another damn, what the fuck was I about to say? Yeah, because these brothers, you can't call them at 2:30 a.m. on a drunk night and say come over, and they not come over. So these brothers, right, that Eddie was saying, oh, that's like my brother. If you call that nigga at 2:30, like, yo, come get some of these cheeks, that nigga is throwing that brother card out the window and going to get them.
I'm turning into a gynecologist. I'll be right there. Don't worry. Your house business. You need that checked out? I'll be right there.
Fact. So, Poop, if a nigga has too many female friends, is that a red flag?
He ain't no friend. I'm the friend. Like, what do you mean? There's no friends. You need no friends. It's me and Jesus. That's it. What the fuck? And Jesus is second to me.
Jesus.
Wow.
There's no female friends, but that's crazy.
Nigga talking about Pound Town. Niggas is over there.
Right. No. And the
So-
thing is, I found out the hard way, like people like that I thought, I'm like, yeah, this is the family, this is da 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 da. Men definitely violate. I'm like, nah, like this is family. Soon as they think they have an opportunity or they think they're single, like you're single, niggas shoot their shot.
Yeah. Niggas be hating. Adrian, she got too many male friends. Is that a red flag?
Yeah. And that's both ways. Yeah. You only get two. And I never thought it was possible, but like I got two female friends. But you can know if they're friends if as soon as you jump in a relationship, it's already expected that the dynamic of that relationship is gonna change. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not calling her after 6 o'clock or like something like that. If I hit her up or something like that or invite her out to lunch, it's already expected that you bring in, you know, whoever you with. You know what I'm saying? So if it's like that, okay, but even that at most is one or two. You don't need no more than that. And like I said, the dynamic has to change completely once I come into the picture.
Do your female friends has it ever went across the line?
Nope. That's why I knew I could keep them. Now, it's women who I've slept with too, and we cool, but the reality is if I get married, more than likely that relationship, that friendship is gonna have to end completely.
Right.
The dub, yeah. Okay. Carrie, what you think?
I think it matters of how you act with those friends with your if there's no introduction and you're not trying to like bring that person around, that's a red flag to me. Like if you're not introducing me, we're not cool or whatever. Like Adrian said, if we're going to lunch and you're not automatically inviting me with you while you're hanging out with her, that's a red flag to me. I've dated, guys that have female friends, and it's been more than one or two of them. But the way that they acted towards them with me, it didn't make me feel uncomfortable, and also the way they treated me as well. I have guy friends I've never slept with or done anything with, and it's the same. So I think it just matters on how that relationship is and how you treat your mate with that friendship, But I'm not about to tell him, no, you can't have this many female friends. She was there before me, and y'all have a relationship, and like be honest, like has she ever gave you head? Let me know what exactly is the history of this friendship. Yeah. Well, and a guy told me a female friend of his gave him head before. He was like, "Oh, with so many years."
To be honest.
Yeah. So, I mean. Why do you say I'm not ready?
Yo, cuz I'm gonna tell you why.
I got eliminated.
Yeah, you talking some bullshit, man. Did you hear
what?
Bullshit. Because you believe it until it really actually happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he got 10 female friends and they calling him, oh, Andre, you so funny. They slapping him and hugging. That shit ain't gonna go over well. Look at Alex.
You get uppercutted.
I'm dating someone now. I'm dating someone now that has a lot of female friends. I am. We went to happy hour with a couple of them. it doesn't. I guess because if for me, if I find out shit, I'm not gonna deal with you. So it is what it is. But I'm not going to be like, I'm not. That's a red flag to me. I'm not gonna mess with you because you have female friends.
No,
I'm just
no.
That's not
Men
gonna
don't
make
have female friends. Men don't have female friends unless they're ugly. She gotta be ugly. She gotta be
a
That's
bear.
not true.
Yeah, she gotta be ugly. If she's
That's not true.
attractive, he wants to smash her. He's already smashed. Like there's no in between.
I believe that. If she's attractive, he
female
probably
friends.
definitely wants to smash and he can't. Somebody's not attracted to each other. He probably was friend zoned if she's attractive and he ain't smashed.
No, but we're not even gonna
That's
play
not always
that.
true. That's not always true.
We're not
Like
playing
I'm
that
a
game,
chef,
so.
so I entertain a lot of beautiful women, just cooking and all that. Am I
So you're
attracted to
friend
them?
zone?
Huh?
So you the friend zone? They
No,
friends
I
with
don't.
you?
I don't even engage conversations in that way. I keep it strictly to the food and the business of it, and there has to be some sort of allure to you as a chef, right? You're a compliment to your food, but in terms of like pushing that envelope, nah, I don't. So there's no friend. So there's the chef, and then there's the business of me
Those ain't your
providing.
friends, though.
But we're
a
not
service
talking.
of
Those
food.
aren't your friends. Those are clients. We're talking about
Yeah.
friends.
Right, I understand that, right? But in essence, these people become my friends as return customers, right? It's much more personable, right? Or personal chefs, right? So in that regard, I have beautiful women around me all the time, and like
That's not as like real friends. Like, are y'all going out for drinks? Y'all hanging out and y'all doing all this outside of the business?
that has happened. But I don't push it to where I go to like the degree where like I want to smash or anything like that. I just like because I know more women bring more women to situations like y'all want to go to parties and all
making a
that.
business decision.
Yeah,
Yeah, these sound like business networking events.
But what if she asked you to drop it off in them drawers? Then what? See?
I mean,
yeah, come on.
Bruh.
At that point, if she asks, it's just like, that ain't number barbecue. I'm just dropping meat.
Wow.
She want a little steak,
B, can she have a bunch of male friends?
Nope. I actually dated this one hoe. She had
Come on, dude. You gotta get better with your verbiage. You got the
pain,
down.
If it
the
comes to my
trauma.
head, it's gonna come out my mouth. So,
Man, call a therapist.
She had multiple guy friends. Come to find out she was a hoe and stuff there in the whole damn neighborhood. So
Wow.
Yo, these women, who you meeting?
I got endless stories.
That nigga B boy.
Now I will say there's people who say men and women can't be friends. I mean, I look at that from the perspective of, are we talking about are we talking from an anecdotal experience? Society has said a man and a woman. Anecdotal.
Hey, come on, B. Don't
Just
embarrass
graduated,
me,
bro. You just graduated.
Anecdotal. That's it.
Anecdotal.
Anecdotal.
Bruh.
Experience. Society has said a man and a woman can't be friends. I mean, I have just one though. Best friend. She lives in South Carolina. It's never crossed those lines to where we wanted to have sex. I've slept over at her house. She slept over at mine. Of course, it's when I was in South Carolina, and it's never crossed over to that sexual event or whatever.
Is she attractive to you?
Yeah, she's a beautiful dark-skinned lady. I mean,
why?
but now
Why you acting dark skin? What? Why?
Dark skin women are luscious.
Why not? That might be the one, nigga. You ducking it.
She got kids. That's number one. I ain't getting
that's crazy.
That's it.
How's that crazy though? Y'all have to realize when a man.
I mean, no, it's not because you don't have children, so I get that.
But why does that have to do with anything though? Whether I have kids or not? I mean, why can't it just be?
Because you may not. Because you want to start fresh with your own family.
Exactly.
Right. So that's fine. That's your requirement. There's nothing wrong with that.
Cool.
I got
kids. I'm not doing that.
So the kids might not like me. They have to go tell baby daddy that me and baby daddy say I ain't got time.
You took on 37 of your kids. Salute to your wife.
Man, I just ain't got time for it. But I mean, I do feel like, to make my point, I feel like a man and woman can be friends. But Too many, yeah, that's a red flag. Like Eddie hit on earlier, you know, she introducing you and this my brother and this my cousin and all this.
I do that.
Yeah, so that's just
No.
my take on that part. You know,
Q. What if the partner got too many friends of the damn? How do I ask? The sex they attracted to.
That's an automatic red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got too many friends of the whatever, like you said, whatever sex you're attracted to.
Yeah.
That's an automatic red flag. Because even when you're talking about like men and women and bees, like society says men and women can't be friends. Men and women have determined that men and women can't be friends. I personally don't know not one nigga and bitch on the hetero side that hasn't fucked talking about they friends. Like somebody said, they either fuck or they trying to fuck. Friends my ass, especially if y'all wasn't friends from like when y'all was babies or little kids. It's very rare. So Adrian, I'm sorry, you're excluded from that part of my observation. But yeah, that shit ain't happening. And then you got multiple. You knock down half or if not more than bitches and trying to knock down more or niggas. So
Adrian, could you sleep over their house, Adrian?
Hey, what?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you be
Like
sleeping
one stayed with me before, but so like she was saying,
Alex,
it's either from when you're young. Mine wasn't from from when I was young, but they was there for me when I was going through like a traumatic life experience. It's like when I first went through my divorce, that was like one of my lowest points in my life, and so that's when I got close with them.
Oh, they
So,
you
like,
friend zone them.
trauma
so
bonded.
you definitely fucked. So you definitely
No,
fucked.
no, I didn't. Nah.
Cause you like the vulnerability, you're definitely giving up
Yeah,
the
nigga, they definitely got them draws.
you giving up the
If
dick.
they
No,
feel
I
that
If you were
did
sad,
not.
if you were sad,
I was sleeping with other women, and they would be like, no, you know, you don't know, like they was always trying
You
to.
friend zone them, bro.
But if they feel
Yeah.
that you take it.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Adrian, you was giving up
Yeah,
the shit.
you friends don't know.
sad.
Not to. I friend zoned, but that's how they came as friends, though. Like they didn't come trying to holler at me, or we just
Adrian,
got
you was loose
cool.
booty.
Look, yo, man, the viewers don't agree, bro.
If you were
No, I'm
at
so
the most
serious,
the
though.
saddest part of your life, you definitely clapped.
Yeah,
What do
you
mean?
definitely
Not them
do,
too.
bro.
No, this is the thing. The reason why I wouldn't even go that route is because, like I said, I knew if I would have, eventually I probably would have lost them. You know what I'm saying? So it was never even it's like, dang, this person really like here for me, but it's like, no, you can't cross that line because you a loser. So I never acted on it.
I agree.
Never tried or nothing.
Yeah.
And now they still and I don't got to give up on them. Like now I can keep them in my life forever. Wow,
Yeah, we
one of the
got
wisest
Nelson
decisions I ever
Mandela.
made.
We got you, A. We got you, A. Go ahead and mute your mic real quick. Alex.
Nelson
You already
Mandela.
know the answer is no.
Hell no. So wait, does your husband have any female friends?
We have friends. Like
Wait, who friends are they though?
So these are just people that we knew from college. Like they knew him before I did. But when we got together, it was no longer just your friend. Oh, this is our friend. And the other female friends that he did have prior to me, you know, when I was around them, if I wasn't liking the vibe, if they was doing a little bit too much on social media, no, that's not your friend no more. No.
No.
So
it's rather abrasive.
I don't believe in.
Then it gotta be what it gotta be.
Right, especially then, like now, being that we're married, and maybe because a lot of our other people that we're around, they're married and stuff like that, or they're in serious relationships. It just so happens to be that we all mutually become friends. But I don't believe in if what you're talking about, I can't be a part of, or I can't know. No, that's not. We're not doing that. If you guys go out somewhere, if they invite you, please understand that the invitation needs to be extended to the both of us, not just to him. Oh, Kunle, you should come out. No, Kunle and Alex, both of you should come out. There's
now, can he go by himself?
He could, but doesn't.
No, I'm answering the question. See, here you go. Double
What
dutch.
you mean?
Can he go by himself?
Yes, but he would not.
Why you can't? Can you just answer, bro? Like,
That's
what's
not
up,
controlling
man?
But he would not.
Man,
Why you getting the more amp you get, the closer you get to the camera, my nigga. Your nose gonna hit the camera screen.
Whatever. For
Alright,
me,
man.
even outside of him, like just in general, if I wasn't with him, a man that has too many female friends would be a red flag to me because I would wonder, okay, how many of these women, if given the opportunity, would you go ahead and have sex with?
Yeah.
How many, even if, or maybe if you weren't thinking of that way, how many of them think of you in that way? Because to them, maybe they just think, oh, this is just my brother. That's my friend. No.
that's what I said.
No.
Man, okay. Alex, Direction CYLP got a word for you.
Yeah, I heard that about you too.
Yeah, she be tiptoeing, bro. She a windshield wiper. All right, listen. How about if a man or woman doesn't have a dad? Is that a red flag?
Hell,
Yes.
what?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
don't
Hold
date
on.
niggas that didn't grow up with their father no more.
Hold on. Eddie went first one time. Carrie Slim, you went first. B, if she don't have a father, is that a red flag?
Well, actually, believe it or not, I'm going to answer it this way. I would say no. Believe it or not, I would say no. There will be several. I mean, her not having a father in her life, how's that a red flag? I mean, believe it or not, that would be my take on it. I mean, how would that be a red flag?
So your answer is no, and how?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, how would that be a red
Do
flag?
you think that a woman knows how to love herself if a man doesn't love her first?
I mean, I don't have enough experience in that category to answer that question. Do I think a woman can love herself if she's never had a man show her love first? I mean, I just can't answer that. I don't know. I mean,
So you're saying is maybe?
yeah. I mean, all the women I know, they've had fathers in their life. So for you to ask me, do I think a woman could, if love herself, if she didn't have a father in her life? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you would have to ask a woman who didn't have a father in her life that question. I just can't answer that question. I mean,
Let me go ahead and let me change your name to Alex, and then
I'm answering the question. I don't know. I mean, I
give okay. Q.
I don't know.
If the person you dating doesn't have a father, is that a red flag?
Absolutely. If they don't have a relationship with their father or their mother, that is definitely a red flag.
Well,
I know
father
that.
though.
Or father,
But
yeah.
there would be several things that could play a factor into it. What if the father died? What if he went to war and got killed? I mean, we just don't know. That would be a red flag. I mean, there would be several. Well, I'm saying, all right, Cam, you're wanting me to
You need let me so if he died or whatever the case is, it doesn't negate the fact that they don't have a father.
It does. Because
Well,
it depends on how they
It
left
may
their
make it
life.
more traumatizing. Now, it's not to say he walked out, but they don't have that guidance in their life for whatever reason it is.
What I found here was that it's more of an identity piece.
Uh-huh.
So with that identity missing, that plays a part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does affect the interpersonal relationship. I was married to somebody who was an orphan. And even down to jealousy of watching me and my mom interact became an issue because they were missing that.
Okay, so yeah, I can agree with that to an extent because I have my sister's ex-husband. They had a child together when they were living in New York, and my sister's ex-husband, straight manly. They had a son, Anthony Jr., straight manly, and then he had a son, Anthony III. And I watched how they all interacted together, and I grew a little jealous because they had that father. It was actually 4 generations, and they built everything in Brooklyn. And I saw how they all interacted with each other. And me not having that father figure in my life, I did get jealous. So yeah, I can agree with that point. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Do you think that
Yeah,
not having a father has given you some deficiencies?
Absolutely. Not having that male figure in the household. I would say my only issue though would be confidence. With women, I would say that. But in terms of everything else, I think I turned out just fine. But I would say in terms of confidence, yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
I
if
would
a
say that.
man, so okay, so let's take that though. Let's
Okay,
take
all
that.
right. So yeah, so if we okay,
No, don't answer yet. You already fucked up your chance to answer, but we're gonna use that part. So Carrie, if a man approaches you and lacks confidence, what happens next?
Um, I'm not attracted to him as much, or I'm just not gonna take him seriously. If he lacks confidence, I'm attracted to men who are confident. So that for me, I just wouldn't be as attracted to him.
So B, take now go ahead, give us what, so where are you at now in your thought process?
oh no, just the exact same way that I was, before you switch over to Carrie. Um, yeah. Now, could we take that and incorporate that with a woman? We could, I guess, in that case, incorporate that with a woman. Okay, it's making more sense now.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I can see it now from that perspective.
Okay. Ponder that for a second.
Okay.
Eddie.
Yo.
She don't have a dad.
It's a huge thing. I grew up in a 2-parent household. Almost all of my family, all marriages, 30, 35, 40. My parents just celebrated 37 years. So in regards to having feminine energy in my life, I have that right through my mother, aunts, grandmother, all of that, right? But in terms of having a solidified man in the house, I've always had that, right? My father, uncles, etc., right? I noticed a dramatic change when I went to college, particularly when I became an RA. And I noticed all the young men that were coming in after me who didn't have fathers. I noticed particular mental blocks missing, right? Back to Carrie's point in regards to confidence, huge thing, right? I was 11, 12 years old when my mom decided not to do stuff for us anymore. So I'm doing my laundry, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, all of that stuff, right? Reinforced that by my dad when we didn't do stuff, right? It wasn't always a spanking, it came with a conversation, it came with guidance, right? As an educator, prior to becoming a chef, being in schools 12 years, what does that look like for girls not having their dad, right? You're looking at not having someone steer you in the right direction in regards to how you filter men, right? You also don't have the stoic masculinity that you would look forward to in terms of protection, right? Women always talking about protection, right? Always looking for a man with guidance, right? A man that could teach them something, right? You know me more than everybody in here, like being a learned man, right? A man that reads books, right? A man that has critical analysis, right? A man that keeps himself in shape, smells the right way, right? Dresses the right way, right? Knows how to tie a tie, knows how to tie his shoes, all these good things, right? You're missing a huge piece that's not there, right? And to B's point earlier, it may not be your fault that dad wasn't around, right? It may not be that he didn't want to be around. So those things happen. But in regards to, the strong character that builds young men and young women, the father has a huge component to do with that, right? A la why, the black community looks the way it does, right? A la why, dating amongst black people looks the way it does. And it's a fake war, but it's taking over our minds. This, black men versus black women thing. That huge components of fatherhood and masculinity is largely missing. So we have what we have now. But like I said, I'm single and I'm ready to love.
Alex. Alex, if he don't have a daddy, is that a red flag?
No. And I'm just speaking because I didn't grow up with my father around. And then although my husband's parents were married, he was always away. And then they split up. But I will say there's definitely a difference from my experience in dealing with the man who had both parents in the household versus the guys that I've dealt with that were raised by a single mother. There was a huge, huge, huge difference.
Like negatively?
Yeah, I think I feel like men and women handle things very differently. I'll even say when it comes down to just from my perspective, the individual that I was with, and he had his dad, like women, we will go back and forth. As you say, I tiptoe, I'm windshield wiper, whatever. But men, I feel like who have other men present, like naturally, I just feel like they're not going to sit there. They're not going to go back and forth with you. They'll speak when they absolutely need to speak. However, the males that I have dealt with the woman was the more dominant figure in their life, they will go back and forth with you. And I remember catching myself being like, yo, you sound like your mom. Like, you sound like your mom. So we both cannot be, and it's not, and I don't think it was to take anything away from him, but that's the energy that he was around. He never had the male figure to be like, you know what, I'm just gonna walk away.
So Alex, so if you were coaching women, would you and they asked you this, what would you tell them?
If I was what?
Coaching women, right? Because you married and shit, so you can answer however you want. It don't fucking matter, right? Because you gave an answer, but then your examples kind of contradicted a little bit. So if you just tell women like, hey, this nigga don't have a dad, this nigga does, they got the same qualities. Like, how would you break it down for single women?
I think so. I guess okay. So when I'm answering the question, is it a red flag to me? No, and I can't make it a red flag because I also didn't have my father growing up, right? But that didn't make me inadequate. But what I was saying was that from my perspective, I can see the differences. Now, the person who did have the two parents in the household, he was an ain't shit nigga, regardless of it his dad being there. But I will say that in that relationship, I personally definitely learned like, okay, you know what? He should be opening the door. He should be doing there are just certain things that he should do because he saw that versus someone who didn't. It was just kind of like, I didn't know any better. So if a single woman were asking me, I wouldn't tell her like, it's a red flag. Don't deal with him, but just understand that, your interactions with him are going to be a little bit different. And I would say to have a little bit of grace.
Okay. All right. That's fair, I guess. Carrie, if he don't have a dad, by the way, Eddie has a dad, just so you know.
Okay. Good noted. At first, that wasn't something that would be a red flag to me previous, but dating men who have had fathers versus who did not, there is a vast difference. As far as men who have fathers, I feel like they kind of naturally know how to lead. They are they do have kind of more confidence and they're able to take on that role as a man with a woman as far as leading. I felt that when I was in a relationship with a man who did not have his father was present, but he wasn't there. You know what I mean? Like his father didn't pass away. His father basically left and started another family. And he had a lot of resentment towards his dad. I felt like I dealt with a lot of emotional issues from him due to that. And also because his mom was the leader of the household, he expected me to lead. So I was very frustrated with him a lot because I was making a lot of the decisions. I was doing a lot of the leading. And I'm like, I need you to do this. But he's so used to his mom doing it. And she would also like where I wouldn't step up and do, she would step in and do. Versus I feel like if his father was there, he'd be like, no, you need to do this. So he didn't really he was raised by all women, his grandmother, his aunts, his mom. And so he was used to women running the household. So and I have my father in my life. So, and I have an older brother. So I'm used to seeing men lead and I want to be led. But so we would clash a lot because because of my resentment of me having to lead, I also didn't have a lot of respect for him because that's what I wanted and desired for my mate. So, now because I've been through that and versus dating someone who did have a father or a male in their life helping guide them, I would prefer to be with a man that has that male figure in their life, whether it's their father, their stepfather, their uncle. There needs to be someone present helping guide them. And that is actually a question I ask during dating, like who is your guidance? Who do you go to when you're having problems? Who helps you make your decisions when you have questions and making decisions in life and your relationships? And if they just say their mom, that's a red flag to me. That's a huge red flag. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. Adrian, did you answer?
I think so.
What did
I
you
ain't go
say?
first.
I don't know. What the fuck? What did you say?
Yeah, red flag is in stop and assess because women respond differently to whether they have a father in their life or not, but it definitely impacts them. It's just like it impacts a man too.
So you don't look at red flags as exclusion. You look at it like, okay,
right. I look at
let
it
me
stop
assess
and
the
assess.
situation.
Right. I think people miss out on a lot of good people because the things that y'all will not give somebody a chance because of is causing people to just miss out on a lot of good people who otherwise would be aligned. And I know the older I have gotten, I've just learned that things that you think are important ultimately are not that important at all. So stop and assess definitely, but don't just rule out because of something, right? Have your preferences, but then ask yourself, me having these specific preferences, how has that worked out for me? And what is those preferences going to look like 10 years from now? Right? Like, will it even kind of matter? Especially if you're looking for somebody who you're going to want to be with for the rest of your life. So yeah, it may be a bigger issue now. How would that look down the road? Would that possibly be that big of a deal? Okay, possibly not. Let me at least still continue to get to know. I'm not saying jump all the way on in, but again, just look at how it impacts their life.
I'd also add, and Carrie mentioned this, even if you, as a woman, if you didn't have a dad in your life or consistent masculine energy, and it may come off a little bit confusing, women somehow can recognize it though. And the ladies can speak to that, right? Y'all can recognize it when you're around a man and you don't have to say things in a particular way or remind him of things. It's just like, whoa, like I haven't had this before, but it feels comfortable, it feels convenient, and I feel protected, right? I go back to the word protected, right? So even if that, again, masculine energy wasn't there, once you're in the presence of it, you could rest in your femininity. It's just like, oh shit, like I haven't experienced this before. This is maybe what it should be like. So
Yeah. Do you, hey ladies, if you single and he makes 60 grand, is that a red flag? And he 30 to 34.
34 is still very young.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Lord. There's still some hope, Lord.
That's very young. That's very young in their career. Like that's a young boy. Like I don't.
But
Thank
what
you.
also
There's
say
some
the
hope.
average salary was for a man in America? I think Camp, you said it before.
42,000.
Yeah, like niggas ain't really getting into their money until they in their 40s. Like
Yes, a man doesn't hit the peak of his financial stability until he's 35 to his mid 40s. So all these women talking about I want a man 22 years old making six figures. You sound dumb.
all that shit is just on Instagram, man. That's all bullshit.
So money's no issue, Carrie?
If he's 34, he's making 60,000.
Then he's probably on target to make money.
Right. If he has like a plan and he's working towards, excelling, that's not going to be an issue. But if you like sleeping on just cool with that.
34 is probably on target to make money.
Yeah. And if 34 making 60,000 at 34 years old is pretty good. But if you don't have a plan and this is where you're like, oh yeah, I'm good with this salary, I can be at this point even when I'm 45, that will be a problem.
Okay. So you saying you'll date them off potential?
Well, I don't date 34-year-olds.
Okay. He's 38.
God damn.
Man, women cannot answer no questions, boy. Y'all fucking legendary.
I was about to invite y'all to my Taco Tuesday. Now
they're gonna be asking for impossible meat, Eddie. Don't do it. You're gonna have to get impossible tacos, man.
If I wouldn't, that would not be like a deal breaker. No, it won't be a deal breaker.
At 38, you still cool? 60?
Like I said, it matters what the plan is. I need to know the background.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
You almost bit your tongue off. Slim. What you think?
What's up?
Look at you saucy. So he
Like, I've been drinking since 10 in the morning. My day off.
yo
I went to the
he
spa today. Like, listen.
he 36 making 60. He's straight.
I don't even know. 36 was so long ago.
Girl,
You're
it's
39,
3 years ago
bro.
for
What
you.
are you talking about?
I've been
women
dating
do
old
that.
niggas since I was a kid, so I don't even.
Damn, cue the R. Kelly music. Yeesh. Since he was a
Yeah,
kid.
that's me at the concert. That was me. 36 making 60.
You straight?
I gotta. I'll wait till she.
Hold
Okay,
on, B.
straight on what? Like, I don't
I wanna-
understand.
I
Like,
wanna ask
would you
you.
date? Are you asking? Would you date a person that was 36 years
Yeah,
old?
like would you wife him?
Yeah, but
The answer is no with all of y'all. I don't understand
I
what the cognitive dissonance is.
yeah. I mean, if
say
he's a
it,
good
like,
guy, yeah, I would.
no, y'all don't like good guys.
Y'all don't like good
I
guys.
like good guys.
I
have.
can't
It's
tell.
just not, you know, because in DC it's
Yes.
expensive out here.
Yes.
All right, so
that's
Ham, I got
on,
a
man.
question for all the ladies. But why?
All right,
the-
Q's
Yes,
up.
I would. Yes,
Oh,
I would
Q's up,
because
okay.
I have a
No, saying B, go ahead, but Q answer first.
Oh, Q.
Mine gets to finish my question.
You had a question?
At that age with that salary, I mean, yeah, of course.
No. B had a question. But Poop, you wasn't done.
No, you cut me off.
You was because you bit your tongue too. But Eddie just called
I
y'all
said
out.
yes.
Man.
You said $36,000, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm trying to. Obviously, I'm assessing the whole situation. If I'm single, I would do it. Right, exactly. I've been dating old niggas since the earliest. Like, I'm not dating
Y'all
old
toes don't curl the same at 60,000 as they do at 100,000+. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
First
Come on
of all,
now.
we all know. First of all, bum niggas have the best. We all know that because they ain't got nothing else to do.
They got time.
They got time. It's a known fact in girl group chats. There's a bum nigga that's somewhere in the background that knocks it down because he's a bum.
Right.
He does the best work. He does the best work.
And then he ruins your credit.
Niggas that
and
have
leaves you with a
jobs
child.
and makes real money,
Yeah.
they're too tired to really put in the work. Bum niggas got the best, you know what I mean? Like, so
That
that's
is a fallacy.
That's not
I'll
true.
work
That's
13
not true.
hours and come put in 2 once I
Bum's
get home.
got the best. What's the name? We just not wifing those.
Bro, you be so tired though. That's real shit.
Right.
That's real.
That's a true
I do be
fact.
tired.
You can't
But-
keep your eyes
Bums
open,
put in the work. Bums put in the
My
work.
nigga, I've been watching the same episode of Ozark for 2 weeks. Like, I be dog tired.
But men that work,
I
they don't
go to
have the
sleep.
energy. They don't have the same energy as bums.
All right, drunk. All right, drunk nigga. We got it. We got it, drunk nigga. Just
Bums
sit
knock
your ass in
down.
the corner
You
for
be like,
a second.
how does bum knock down this? Because you know.
All right, B, what's your question?
All right, so I have a question, and I might get backlash for it. Cool, whatever. I don't care. I've been
You
getting
used to that.
backlash every episode. Yeah, I'm used to it. But why do we? And this is a sincere question. All right, all jokes aside, why do we live in a society where now the woman is so hung up on how much money a man makes? You know, I mean, why can't it just be? And I even put this in the chat: the man makes money, the woman makes money. They come together and they make it work. You know, not like one of my sisters. She's not hung up on how much money a man makes. Like she's with her man. They had nothing. They came together and they built something. Now, my other sister, her ex-husband spoiled her. So, of course, quite naturally, you in New York City and the man's giving you 5 houses, you're going to grow accustomed to a certain lifestyle. But even she said, a man's money is his money and my money is my money. But why can't today's society, we just come together and make it work? That's a sincere question I have. This man makes 50 grand. The woman makes 100. Okay, cool. Who cares? Or the man makes 100 grand. She makes 20 grand. Okay, who cares? Or they both make 50. Who cares? Why can't 2 people just come together and make it work? Why does money always have to be the focus point?
So what's the question, B?
that why does money always have to be the focus point? I mean, why can't two people
For a man?
make it work for any gender? Well, mainly women, because y'all the only ones who hung up on money. But why can't two people just come together and make it work? I mean, why does it always have to be, oh, how much money you make? I make 40 grand a year. Oh, well, X you out. I mean, damn.
So, Q, answer that question.
Why is it?
Why can't people just do it together?
Right? Yeah.
Worry about the man's bag so much.
Yeah.
Because money for women is the equivalent of sex for men. Outside of that, neither sex has value.
If it works for y'all, then cool. It works for y'all.
Would you be married to a woman who's paralyzed just based on her personality?
She's paralyzed based on personality.
From the waist down. Couldn't give you nothing. My point exactly.
But y'all also realize, see, here's the difference though. Y'all realize marriage can be a business thing. You all gotta realize if you're making 40 grand and he's making 50, y'all come together, that's a combined income of 90 grand. If you take economics on you invest like I do, you realize you get married, you're now in a higher tax bracket. You're now going to actually get more money, but you women will reject a man just because he makes 40 grand or just because he makes 50 grand. Because I'm going to say it, y'all ain't got all y'all shit together now. I mean, let's just keep it real. I mean, it ain't like y'all sitting high on the damn hall, but y'all will reject the man because he make 50 or 40 grand. So what? If that man's able to take care of himself, and just because he makes 40 grand does not mean he cannot support you. You don't know what's in that man's investments, or if that man has ETFs, or if that man has index funds, or whatever. Now I'm talking from investing because I invest, but you don't know that man's pockets like that. If you're going by just his salary, you could be looking at it from an effed up perspective. Because I can quit my job today, I'm set for a couple of years. But the point I'm trying to make, why do we just get so hung up on that?
Because some of that B has to do with the individual's motivation.
Right.
I mean, like, what is not motivating you to make more than 40,000 at a certain age?
And I agree with you on that. I agree with you. But also statistically, and this is statistics, you can Google it and look it up yourself. A man is not going to reach his financial peak until he's in his 35 to 42, somewhere up in that range. Now, I agree with you. I agree. Should he motivate himself to do better and make more money? Absolutely. However, we have to factor in where is he living at. Because if a person living in South Carolina has a handsome job, he ain't making 100 grand a year. I lived in the South. That's a fact. But I'm just saying, I mean, maybe my mindset is different. But the women that I know and women I rock with, at least from my family or whatever, they aren't looking at, oh, a man makes 50 grand, let me X him off. They're going to come together and make it work. That's what my mother did. That's what my sisters did. That's what.
If a woman made 150 grand, you dating her?
Yeah, I would date a woman who makes 20 or 30 grand. I mean, that don't matter for me. I mean,
no, you wouldn't, because if she making 20 or 30 grand, what is she doing? She the cafeteria at the elementary school. You're not checking for her.
Hey.
If a woman makes 20 grand
as a former school administrator, cafeteria lady at my last school was thick as hell. I'm sorry.
But she's
fuckwittable,
but she's not wifey material. That's my point.
But who say she isn't just because she makes that much money a year? Who say she isn't wifey material? Because I tell you what, there's a lady at McDonald's. There's a lady at McDonald's on Minnesota Avenue. We all know how much they make a year, but I'll tell you what, that woman at Minnesota Avenue, the most humblest woman you'll ever meet. The most humblest woman.
But B, that's why I asked you the question. So she making 150 grand and you making 50 grand. Where you think the respect's gonna be in the house? You think you're gonna be able to garner the same respect as you could if you was making the same amount?
Depends on the woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would just depend on the woman.
I know, but the women who are the women who are highly successful, as we see, they're often like unmarried, right? So why is that? Because they're less likely to yield, right? That's what we assume, at least.
It comes with a level of arrogance. We also, in our time frame, have never seen women consistently with this level of money and power, right? And that power just being the ability to say that I got more than you, therefore you're lesser than me, which is absolutely not the case, right? That doesn't equate, right? But in terms of, let's say, you've got a couple of degrees, you got this money, yada, 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 you live here, you travel there, you got friends in these places, your network, right? Talking network, yeah, that makes a difference. So if you're the McDonald's worker, you're the hard worker, you're humble, all of that, right? And you may garner her attention for a moment at a bar, y'all exchanging drinks, all of that, but she's probably not going to take your number because she's probably read you like that. Same token, if a man is in that same position, she's looking at you like, you smelling like burgers and shit, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to take you seriously. So,
yeah. So Alex, you agree with B?
I don't even
As
know
long as
what.
you could do it together, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I didn't even know what B's question was. But yeah, I feel like as long as you can do it together, for me, that's fine. But I think why it's a big deal. I think people equate the money that they make to their value. I think specifically with men, when we talk about men wanting to feel like they're provider. So I think for me, like you have some people who are like, you know what, I see the potential in you. You may make this right now, that's fine. But overall, this is what you can, or this is what we can potentially make. I'm going to stick with it. You do have people who are like that. But I think with your point, B, that you were making about why it matters so much about money, I think it has to do because people equate their value to how much it is that they make, to their job stature. I think like if someone is managing McDonald's, you may not be as attractive, or they may not feel like I can go talk to this woman who is making, who is a manager of this bigger company or something like that. I think our value a lot of times is dependent on our status in the workplace or what we do, and then also the money that we make.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we had this show before where we said, men largely their value is tied to their money. But are you guys saying you guys disagree? I know Q already stated it. Women are largely valueless without sex. Men are largely valueless without money.
mm.
Because if you close that box up, it's a fucking wrap. That's for damn sure. And in turn, if you broke, I don't see a woman give you an opportunity. While in turn, a woman can be broke and get an opportunity because she can have a high sexual marketplace value.
Yeah, men have to work for their value. Women have intrinsic value. Like we ain't got a hustle box, right? Like we could sling keen as much as we want, and it'd be great and all of that. But it doesn't come with the level of attraction where a woman could just walk out on the street and like 10 motherfuckers are gonna holler at her just cause. But our value is based upon what we build.
Yeah, that makes sense. One more. Communication. Women and men communicate differently. But if someone doesn't communicate how you'd like them to, is that a red flag? What you think, Poop? This nigga drunk as a motherfucker.
No,
Alex, what you think?
I didn't realize my mute was on. Simmer down. Simmer down.
Initially, no, it wouldn't be a red flag.
Wait, hold on, Alex. No, we're gonna
okay, girl.
Quiet. I didn't realize my mute was on. It's not a red flag. It just means that that person may not be for you. I wouldn't consider that a red flag. Like if somebody's communication style doesn't match mine, it just means that either one, they have the option to be able to learn my communication style so that we could be on the same level. But if they're not willing to learn how we can communicate together, then it can't work. But it doesn't mean that it's a red flag. No.
Okay, go ahead, Alex.
No, I agree. I think initially, it's not a red flag, but as time progresses, if I've expressed to you and I've said, this is how I would prefer to be communicated to, this is what works best for me, and this is how I can comprehend and take in what you're saying. If you're choosing to deliberately not do that, then it's just not going to work out. There's always going to be a clashing. We're never going to be on the same page, and we're never going to get an understanding from one another.
Yeah, makes sense. Q, you on mute.
Why you give her that same energy?
Yeah.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
You drunk, and
I'm
you drunk
drunk
in the
too.
corner.
Come on, son.
She's saucy too. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saucy. So, no, I think it definitely is a red flag because, say, one person's communication style is, physical, right? They get violent. They want to throw shit. That's how they talk. That may not be, something that you're signing up for. So I think how a person communicates, if they communicate differently, can be a red flag for sure.
Yeah. Carrie?
It wouldn't initially be a red flag for me. I think everybody has to learn how to communicate to each other. So I think that right off the bat, you're not going to know how to communicate to that person. It's a learn by listening, observing, and getting to know that person. Now, what you're listening and observing, and you're choosing to ignore how to best communicate with them, like Alex said, then that is a red flag to me. But initially, at the very beginning, if we don't communicate the same, we're learning each other. So I'm not expecting you to know exactly how to handle me or talk to me right off the bat. But as far as what Q was saying, if he's violent, like someone who cusses me out and uses a lot of cuss words when they get upset and stuff like that, like if you don't know how to control yourself emotionally, that is a huge red flag to me. So it just matters on what levels it is, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's not like a deal breaker.
I just cussed during intimacy, so is that okay? I just want to know.
What? I did not hear what you said. What did you say?
I said I only cuss during intimacy. Would that be
you only
okay
cuss during yeah, that is perfectly fine.
Anything.
Just want to know. It's all good. Just curious,
Adrian. The communication red flag. Adrian on mute. What the fuck is going on, bro?
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
I don't think it's a red flag because it's a skill that can easily be learned as long as you're willing to, just be open to really understanding first. So I've seen people who swore I used to think I was real good at being a communicator. I thought I was a great communicator, especially with me being a therapist. But it's literally something that you just got to be mindful of and want to develop that style of communication with whoever it is that you got to talk to. So I don't think that's a red flag. I think that's something with whoever you're with, regardless of something, it's going to be something y'all can work on.
What you think, B?
I would just say it would depend on the type of communication. Like Q said, if that person has a violent communication, that's obviously a person you want to stay away from. But poor communication can also be not returning a phone call or a text in a timely manner. I would just say that would just depend. I would say if two people are having issues with communicating, then you would have to just sit back and talk to that person and sit down and come up with ways how one or both could improve their communication skills.
Okay. Eddie.
Yo.
Communication. Poor communication. Is that a red flag?
Yeah, it is. Profound red flag. I'm a conversationalist. I dive deep into topics. I want to know about you. I want to know about your background. I want to engage in ways that are not just basic. Like, I don't give a shit about your favorite color. Like, I want to know what you're trying to do in the next 5 years, not in regards to your career, but like, how are you growing as a person? What's your spiritual walk like? Like, what do you do to like, bring yourself down? Are you a prayer person? Are you meditating? Like, what are the last couple trips you took? What type of books are you reading right now? Right? Like, I don't ask DC questions. Don't ask me what the fuck I do, nigga. I'll just be out here. That's what I do. Like, I hate that shit with a passion because the intricacy of it takes away from whether or not you're actually a special person. And if you're giving me mundane answers, I'm going to clock out, right? Like, I think our experiences are more valuable than us just talking about surface level shit. Like, I take a date seriously. Like a first date is a big deal just because you got dressed, you left your house, right? You left the comfort of your house. You're somewhere that's, it might be a good environment, a vibe, whatever, restaurant, but you're a complete stranger. At minimum, be entertaining. You know what I mean? I don't know who phone that is, but okay. Be entertaining in that sense, right? Like, let me, peer into your eyes and like you have something to say back, right? We're not just the flesh, right? So if you dry as hell on the first date, you probably won't hear from me again, but that's pretty much where I come with a communication. Like, the shit matters. Like, are you of substance or not?
Yeah, no, I think you're 100% accurate. I think women communicate oddly though. I think women ask so many questions, my nigga. Like, tell me what you want. Like, my wife would be like, "Babe, what you doing on Saturday?" Fuck all that. What do you want to do on Saturday? Just let me know that, and I'll let you know what we can do after you let me know that. Like, don't beat around. Hey, you tired? You start stuttering and all that. Just what do you want? You know I'm tired.
Do you ever ask her what she wants to eat and she says, I don't know?
No, not really, because it's something. Is she already cooking it up? Babe, she whispering. No, you don't got whisper breath, bro. Just say it. You know what I'm saying? Just tell me, and I could just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Women just, and then sometimes with men, we can we'll already if I'm talking to one of the fellas, I could just say something pretty plainly or evenly or half say it, but they'll get the gist or they'll try to understand. They'll use
quickly.
Yeah. They'll use deductive reasoning. You know what I'm saying? But I say something, she got to turn the music down. I say, babe, put on MapQuest. She turned the music off. I said, God damn, MapQuest is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
She did some old shit, man.
Yo, can we pause that?
Put him in a fucking
Can we take the time out that him's old ass that map?
Oh, bro, that's how old it be feeling. That's like turn on the music when you backing up. Like, yo,
make you drive better.
Read them the card number, right? Because we on the phone. I left my wallet in the car. The number is 975. I said, are you fucking kidding? We're gonna be here forever by the time you read this card number. Like, bro,
that MapQuest,
man. Yo, interesting. Listen, man, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Once again, I'm gonna post this shit on Apple and all that. Invite people to subscribe to the channel. As you guys know, we have the inside the locker room on Saturdays. That's all guys. That's dope. I'm still trying to get the ladies show together, but they tiptoeing, but we'll figure that out. We also got That Ain't in the Bible every other week. The topic we're gonna do next week is, does the Bible champion monogamy? We're gonna put that fire out real quick because these Christians Eddie. So we gonna put that out. We just did is cursing a sin, like saying bad words, and then we did B with the last one.
Is drinking in the Bible, and it's drinking a sin. And no, that's not a sin. Nope.
Yeah, so we did those two. Go watch it if you want to actually learn something. Tell your pastor, come holler at me. I can teach him a thing or two about a thing or two. So listen, I don't really fuck with Jerry Springer, but I do like one of his constructs. So Alex, final thought.
Congratulations, B. Meg didn't get shot. Or no, Meg did get shot. See,
you told her yourself.
It's been long.
B.
My Cash App is 843-616-1737. Cash App me for my graduation. And if Pookie and Ray Ray shot up the club, let Pookie and Ray Ray deal with their issues. Don't date the one with kids. Build with the one who ain't got kids. Fuck them kids. Shit.
Gary.
Stand 10 toes down with your red flags and what's a red flag to you. And don't feel like you got to stray away from it because it's your personal preference. There's nothing wrong with it. So that's all I got to say.
Indeed. Adrian?
So don't listen to what Carrie talking about. Y'all better switch these red flag things up, or y'all just gonna stay single right where y'all are at. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to B. But women with kids are not a red flag, yo.
All right.
That's
Cute.
hilarious, man.
Sorry, Adrian. I'm gonna have to come for you a little bit. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. And I say,
Yes.
don't ignore the red flags. You know, that's part of your intuition. Trust your intuition.
No doubt. Eddie.
Man, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. Maybe Meg deserved to get shot.
Wow.
And, I'll say, Carrie, if it don't work out with that dude, come holler at a chef. I'll put something in your stomach. No pun intended. No pun intended. I'm a chef. That's food, right? That's how.
He's a chef, bro. He's a chef.
Get your mind out the gutter. Yeah, come on now. Terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Slim. Drunk Slim.
Don't listen to anything that these podcasts is talking about. Niggas is wiping up women with kids. That's the thing. It's a thing.
Slim, I got a babysitting service. What up?
Listen, man. Meg, I hope ladies step up and hold her accountable because it's been too long before I seen a woman get hold accountable by other women in a long time. I know she didn't get shot, and I hope Tory get his just due. I think there's a lot of red flags. I think I learned something though. I think Adrian said assess them rather than discard, because you never know, right? It might show itself, and then as you learn more about a person, maybe you can uncover something different. So but them kids though, fellas, if you single, you don't have no kids, fuck them kids, bro. You understand? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and we out.